Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Vital Man podcast. My name is Colin Skinner. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, I am a father, a health coach, an entrepreneur, a 36-year-old man and husband living in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. This is my backyard, so welcome. It's beautiful back here. We have a lot of space back here to be in the sun, to be outside, to grow and thrive as a family. I have two boys. Koa is 6 at the time of this recording. Aspen is 4, about to turn 5 in July. So we have a lot of energy, a lot of boy energy in this house, a lot of testosterone. But a mother, my wife, an absolute queen, shout out Brianna, who is 100% the matriarch, right? The balancer, the queen we need in the house. So a little bit about myself there. We are starting this podcast really as a group. I've started a community, if you're not a part of it or know about it. It's currently called Vital Living. And this is a place for men to come together, a hub for what I'm calling the Vital Man movement. And let me go back a little bit and explain why I've started this movement, what it is, and where it's headed. So a couple years ago, I started putting my story out on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, different places. And I was telling my story about my autoimmunity and hypothyroidism and how I, in about 6 months' time, went from this ordinary, diseased, quiet, tired man who was burnt out in the corporate world to a self-starter, healed, whole, on fire entrepreneur. Still in the real estate world, mind you. I had a lot of growth still to go through, and don't we all, right? It's a becoming. It's a process, and we fall in love with that process, and it changes everything. The colors come back to life. Taste buds seem to be more online. Everything is just tastes better in life. But this is my story. So started to put out how and why I healed from my hypothyroidism, my autoimmunity, and man, the DMs started flooding in from business owners, other men going through autoimmunity, even women, of like, how do I heal? How do I get my life back? I'll do anything, right? I'll work with you. I want to ask you questions. So this is in a nutshell is how I started in this online space. Fast forward to 3, 4, 5 years after that, I now have a family. I'm living my dream, and I have been coaching other men through how to navigate the modern world and to get your health, energy, vitality back. Specifically, we'll get into what health versus vitality is, and started this movement on becoming a vital man and why the world needs vital men more than ever in 2026 and beyond. It's absolutely crucial that we as men realize the fully online version of ourselves, and I don't mean online on a computer, looking at our life and saying, there is so much more, and forming your resolve to heal and knowing that you as a man have so much potential and so much more to offer and to give to this world, and we need your full self in this world. Your family needs that, right? If you have one. You may not have a family, and that's okay. But especially the men that know there's more, that are probably high achievers, you know yourself, that are so capable. Now is the time to come out of your shell and into the environment, the world around you, and to rub off, literally, on the people around you, to be the light in the world. We need that more than ever, guys. So this is an introductory to what this movement is, why I'm here, of course, who I am, but then why you're here and who you can be as a man, and joining this movement as brothers, as vital men. So we've talked about this being a movement, right? And not a secular one-off thing, a bunch of siloed men. This is a group. This is a movement thing. This is also for everyone. And I want to highlight this really early on. This is for everybody. Whether you are unhealthy, whether you are a man on his way to becoming his best self and you're feeling vital now, great. We need you in this movement. We need you as peer support for the other men that are becoming more of themselves, right? That are gaining in energy, that are healing their bodies, healing their minds, and really becoming a holistic being, which is a human being. We're not compartmentalized robots, right? Your thought life affects how you're showing up in the world, and your sleep, right? Your habits, the things you eat affect your physique. All these things work hand in hand to make you, and better yet, your best self. So this movement is for literally every single man. And in some ways it's for the women, because the women are who a lot of times, because men aren't initiated anymore, a lot of times the women start this conversation and sort of pull their men into healthier brands, working out again. Like, hey, we need you fully alive as your best self. The family needs you, do what you need to do, right? So you women drop links, you drop, different courses or classes that the men can take. This is the hub for all of that, right? All of it. I'm talking sexual energy. I'm talking movement practices. I'm talking nutrient density, hydration, right? Your abundance mentality, intuition. All these things will be talked about inside this movement, inside my community, already is, but for the greater movement at large. This is also something that is not only for everyone, I would say is a birthright. Vitality is a birthright. Now let's talk about health for a second. Health is, think of a car. Health is the car, the frame, the structure, right? Vitality is the gas in the vehicle. It's the vroom, right? It's the go. That is what vitality is. Not everyone has that. We all have health to a degree, right? But life force energy can be very, very small, and it can increase rapidly in time depending on your inputs, depending on your habits, your environment, right? Your thought life, like I mentioned earlier. And that's why I go through my 12 arenas of vitality, 12 arenas of healing, same thing, in getting men into their most vital selves. I take men through this process in my one-to-one coaching, Cornerman Coaching. Please reach out to me if you'd like to learn more about that. But my community will be going through this together, and the vital men understand what it looks like to be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 in each of these arenas. So that's one of the cool things about the coaching I do. It's not one size fits all. It's not protocol-y. It's tailored to your life, because that's what matters most, your life. Yes, there's a lot of change in your life that you'll be doing, but a lot of that is just changing your inputs, right? And changing the things that give you fuel versus a lot of the friction in your life that we need to get rid of, right? And face head on. So this movement is also about bringing you back into your Eden. And let me go back to the Bible. Eden is a place in the Bible, right? Now the kingdom is within you. It says this in Scripture. With that being said, I believe that we all have Eden inside of us, and therefore all around us, if we can see it. This is a big principle that's changed my life, and I'm still learning and growing in, is that Eden is here. It's all around me. If I'm seeing it, if I'm looking for it, right? Because what we think about and ruminate on, that grows, right? What we focus on expands. So if I'm focusing on all the evil in the world and the news and all these things, that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get more of that. I'm going to see more of that. If I'm outside in the mornings, say with my little, cup of coffee, I have a latte in the mornings, raw milk latte, and I'm listening to the birds, and I'm in a place of gratitude. Oh my gosh, all I see is more of that. Oh my gosh, the sun's coming up. Wow. I can feel the grass beneath my feet, between my toes. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, I can't wait for my boys to wake up today and come tackle me and start the day. Like, that's what you get more of when you retool and refocus what you're focusing on, right? So getting back to vitality being a birthright, it really is when you're able to harness and bring in and breathe in the things that give us life, right? The habits, the inputs, and we get into all these things in my coaching in the community. But what is that for you? I'm curious. Like, comment that in this video, comment that in this podcast. What things bring you life? What is fuel to you? And bringing you back to Eden and back into your own garden. We as men are quick to sacrifice, right? We're quick to be the martyr. You can call this a victim mentality almost, right? Of, man, I toil, I work so hard for my family. Why can't they see them? I'm doing all this, and we almost do this to ourselves, right? Man, I work so hard. Why can't I get ahead? My question to you is, cool, you would quote unquote die for them, for your family, for yourself. You'd sacrifice to get ahead. But would you live for them? Would you fully live for them? Would you eat cleanly? Would you do what you said you do? Would you hold yourself accountable? Would you take responsibility, right? Would you exercise for yourself and for your family? Like, these are the questions that you have to ask that pertain to, would I live for them? Would I live for others around me? Would I become my best self? Right? We have to sit there, and this is another great journaling prompt of writing the things down that you have told yourself that you would do. Right? Start with those things. Would you hold yourself accountable to do those things? A vital man holds himself accountable. He is responsible. He takes personal responsibility. So cool, you die for them, you'd sacrifice them. I see you doing that, right? And this is my own life too. Would you live for them? Would you do those things? Would you be the vital man that does those things, right? Because your doing comes out of your being. So with this train of thought and talking through the vital man movement, I want to bring up another point, which is this work, this vitality, it's contagious. Like being a walking billboard for vitality, doing the work and feeling the life force energy come back in you, it's contagious and you just want more of it. I tell all my guys, vitality begets vitality. So as you increase your life force energy, as you become yourself more than ever, it's going to feel, as things fall off, I should say, that are not you, it's going to feel better and better and better and better. And you're just going to want more of it. It's just like you're going to want to squeeze the juice out of life, right? Vitality it's fiery, it's emotional. Again, it's the gas, it's the go to your vehicle, which is your health. So this is the missing piece. This is what a lot of the corporate men, a lot of the guys that work in an office are missing that I work with. They want that vroom. They want that spice, that vigor back into life. They want to taste it again. And it's worth slowing down for, guys. It really is. Like, you can be a hard charger. You can be a bulldog and bulldog your way through life. Hard nose it. But a lot of times we have to take a step back to go forward, right? We have to reframe the way we're seeing life and the problems that are coming up, for us. Really, not to us, but for us. And a lot of times, I'll be really honest with you, it's just getting silent. Like, when's the last time you sat down with yourself for 30 minutes with no stimulants, with no music, no noise, right, besides whatever's happening around you, and just utter silence, and allow the still small voice inside to bubble up and to speak to you and to give you the answers, right? That's God. That's that intuitive voice inside of you that needs to be listened to more than ever in the modern day world. Everything we do here is with a modern day lens. It has to be, right? We don't live in the 1400s. We live in 2026. What does a vital man look like in 2026? That's my question for you. What does a vital man look like to you? What do you as a vital man look like? Right? To me, it's steady. It's presence, right? It's capable. It's the question of, can I be an asset in every situation that I'm in, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally. I saw someone talking about this the other day, like, we're seeing all this looks maxing coming up, and it's, there's something to say for pursuing beauty in life, and God's ways are beauty, absolutely. And yet, like, we need more like post-apocalyptic warlords in our life, right? Like men that are capable, men that can scoop up their wife in a moment's notice, scoop up their kids in a moment's notice and run, right? Like, are you able to do that? Are you able to stare danger in the face? Are you able to stare your own shadow in the face, right? This is the work that I'm talking about. And a lot of it, most of it, starts internal. It's not just information. It's internal work that then manifests externally, that you see the difference externally. So we do reap a lot of benefit and outcome from becoming the vital man. Like, typically speaking, there's muscle gain, right? There's fat loss. There's inflammation that just sheds away because our body feels safe again. It feels like it's in a place where it's supposed to be. It's grounded. That's what fat is. By the way, fat is a protection. It's a biological protection against something in your life, right? When we don't feel safe, we a lot of times hold on to fat. And so a really cool part of the work and the internal work as a vital man and facing your shadow is that we shed layers. We shed inflammation. We shed fat. And we gain vigor, we gain vril, we gain muscle. So there are tons of movement practices we'll get into, modalities, breath work, getting silent with yourself. All of these things pertain to becoming the vital man. But I want to highlight that it is contagious, that vitality begets vitality, that health is the vehicle, that vitality is the gas, and that this is a movement of men, of vital men becoming their best self. And I want to invite you into it. I don't care where you're at. If you're in the darkest, deepest place in your life, or you've never felt better, this is for you. If you're a woman watching this and you want your man to become his best self, send this to him. Invite him in to become the vital man. This is a movement for him. I hope this finds you well. I hope that you will join me. Please join my community. There's 7-day free access. Come see what guys are talking about. Come join a masterclass. Come to a Q&A call. I can't wait to see more guys in here that are ready to become their best selves.